Hello everyone and welcome to episode 1 of Wyoming Hunting Guide video blog. My name is Lucky. I'm going to be your host. I've recently noticed a lot of information out there on the internet, traditional media, about do-it-yourself hunts. So I start to look into it a little further, and the one thing that amazes me about all this information is the fact that most of it is misinformation. They put a little teaser out there to get you to subscribe to their publication or their blog, and then really all they're giving you is basic information that's available through state or Wyoming Game and Fish websites in the case of Wyoming. A little bit about myself. My name is James. I grew up, born and raised, third generation Wyoming native, raised in southwest Wyoming and little oil field towns all around the state. I grew up watching my dad hunt. My dad was also a hunting guide who guided non-resident hunters. And I'll tell you what, I learned so much in my 35 years that I enjoy it so much. I love hunting. I love being out there with hunters. I especially love people who've never been out west before, seeing their reactions for the first time. So with that in mind, I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to put some information out there, more accurate information, a little better how-to advice on how to come out here and put together a do-it-yourself hunt in Wyoming. So I'm going to be your resource on that. There's all too often people save up and save up and save up their dollars and cents, and they save up vacation so that they can come out and have a do-it-yourself hunt. And it just doesn't always pan out for everybody, because a lot of times they're going to areas where the animals are not. They're going to areas where there's not sufficient forage for the animals. They're going to areas where there's not sufficient water. So they come out here and they spend their entire 2-week vacation just trying to locate the animals. I hope to help with that. With a little bit of research and a little bit of hard work, you can make it happen on a do-it-yourself hunt. All you got to do is make the commitment to yourself. And if you follow along in these next episodes, I'm going to share some things that I think are absolutely important for putting together a do-it-yourself western hunt, namely in Wyoming. I don't know how they do it in a lot of the other western states, because I've not grown up there. But what I can tell you is I've grown up right here in Wyoming, and I can share some stuff with you that'll certainly narrow it down for you. So come along as we do that. Not too long ago, it occurred to me that not everybody has the means to come out and pay for a fully guided hunt. And even those people who can afford a fully guided hunt don't necessarily want somebody following them around and wiping their noses and fixing them dinner and making sure their bath water is correct temperature. There are those people like yourselves out there who have the know-how and have the ability to come out here and have a successful do-it-yourself hunt. However, the odds are certainly stacked against you. The odds tell us that a majority of do-it-yourself hunters aren't successful in the state of Wyoming. Those aren't my numbers, those are somebody else's. But I tend to believe it, because this state that we live in is vast. Even the areas, we've got several areas. I mean, upwards of 100 in some in places. And there's just so much land in each of those areas. Even if you narrow it down to a certain area, who says that you're going to be in the right spot come October or September or November, whenever it is your season starts? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to take you from square one, which is, where do we start? What do we start looking at? And what we'll do is we'll just put it together and say, hey, if you want to hunt mule deer, here's where we go. Step 1. Follow along with me. We'll do that on a day-by-day basis. And some of the stuff is universal throughout antelope, deer, and elk. The preparation, those type of things, those are all going to be the same no matter what species we're hunting. But some of the things differ. The topography that you're looking in, the preparation that you want to do on your end, some of those things will change. We're going to cover things such as, do you want to do a do-it-yourself camp hunt, or do you want to do a do-it-yourself town hunt where you stay in a motel and strike out every morning into your hunting area. These are things that I'm sure you had questions on. I hope by the end of this series of videos, I hope that we've covered everything to a point to where you're confident enough to come out here and on a do-it-yourself hunt and know what to look for. Once you get in the area, know how to find the animals, know how to find the water sources, know how to find the food sources. To the visitor's eye, Wyoming can look like a vast desert devoid of all life. But in most of those places is where the big ones hang out. Of course, with a possible exception of elk hunting, you'll be doing it in some pretty arid, pretty devoid of life areas that that you wouldn't think would sustain any animals. But that's why they're there. So I hope to cover those things for you so that we can go from having just an idea of coming on a do-it-yourself hunt to ending up coming out and doing it on your own. I encourage you to give me feedback on this stuff. If you have any suggestions or if you have any requests on what kind of information you want, send in a comment. I'll try to address it in one of the upcoming videos. Some of these videos here in the beginning are going to be done right here from my desk because it's stuff that you need to know, that you need to get prepared. Then we'll progress on to going out in the field to a point to where I'm showing you how to spot the animals, how to find them, what the different habitat looks like in different parts of the state. So come along with me. I hope we have just a great time doing this, and I'm looking forward to it. So send in those video requests. Once again, my name is Lucky the Hunting Guide. And just remember, Christians call what we do fellowship. Yuppies call it bonding, but we hunters, we just call it hunting.